So hello everybody, as Bogdan said, I'm Milan Bundalo. I'm a product manager at the Comtrade software responsible for our set of F5 related management packs. So I'm not going to take you a lot of time. I'm directly jumping into the presentation, and the focus of this presentation will be actually on the demos we have. We have two very nice demos talking about our monitoring product and how do we approach monitoring. So if we start with the first question, what is the monitoring job? Actually, we started from the monitoring of F5 application delivery controller, and it's a really nice device. I'm sure you all know about this device. It's a great device. I really personally like the programmability model they have. I know it's a bit difficult sometimes to learn, but it's really giving you full power with this device. And we decided to create a monitoring solution for this product to bring the information from the device itself into the SCOM. So actually the key point here is that we aimed at a couple of goals to achieve with this product, and you will see those goals throughout our demo. So one is to help people reach optimal configuration for whole application delivery setup, and to help people protect applications, to be aware of all the threats facing the data center across the multiple devices. So it has been a challenging decision how to make this product, and we decided to create it as a read-only solution. So I really enjoyed the discussion from the previous presentation, but this is actually something that is helping us position a product not as a single product, not as a single tool, just as a part of all IT tools you have to manage your whole data center. We are using iControl REST API to access the device. And the key point we had is actually not to bring all the data from the device itself. There are 10,000 metrics at the F5 devices, just to bring the important data for all other people needing information from F5 devices themselves. So I'm going to jump into demo, and I read my job product manager as someone who is a feedback processor. So please feel free to ask questions and provide any feedback you want. So let me just switch. Okay, I need to sit down first to the demo environment. Okay, again, here we are in SCOM. And I will start from this diagram view. As I said, we have one goal to help with the optimal configuration of your application delivery setup. And from this diagram view, you can actually see the connections and relations between the different elements making a specific application delivery setup. And here we go with one group with two devices. If you open it down, you will see a lot of details about the devices. I'm not going to talk about CPU, memory, other things. I'm just going to focus on application delivery this time. So actually, if we go under local traffic virtual servers, we can see the virtual servers here and related pools and pool members. Why is it really important, and where is the use case here? What is the added value? So, of course, you can read this information from the device itself, from the GUI they have. But actually, sometimes you are connecting the dots. You have application servers team, and also the SCOM admins, and also the F5 admins. And you need to align all the information to help them reach optimal setup. So one of the really nice use cases we had, and that's something we had with the customers, is that they are asking themselves if the load balancing algorithm they selected is the right one. So for their own setup. And they were looking how to compare the performance of the specific application servers to make sure that the selected algorithm is the right one. So, of course, you can ask your F5 admin to provide this information, but those guys are really busy usually. So it's much better if you can use SCOM admin to provide this information, or perhaps even bring the application admins into the SCOM to see this information. And if we go and take a look, how can we do it from here? So you can go to this pool, and what you're going to see here is the load balancing mode. In this case, it's round robin, so it means everything should be pretty equal. But that's not all you can do. You can go from here and open the performance view. And on the performance view, you can select the metrics you are interested in comparing for your specific application delivery setup. So I'm going to open one of the views that I already prepared, just to save time on clicking on those metrics. And here you can see that I've used the current connections, number of the current connections as a metric that I'm interested in personally, to see how is my load balancing working with the load on that specific application. So from here, you can see that I have this pool consisted of 3 application servers, and you can compare all the traffic, or distribution of the traffic across those application servers. So making changes now, if you decide to, I don't know, beef up your servers or add more servers, something like that, is immediately visible here, and you see the effect of that on your application delivery setup. So this is something that we really learned from customers, that using the current tools is sometimes difficult for them for the different setups and different structures of the IT teams they have. Another similar scenario to this one is also with the goal of helping reach the optimal configuration, is one related to the network interfaces. And this was really, again, from the customers. We are really customer driven, so we are learning from customer and making things work for them and solve their problems. So the issue was, how can I know which network interface is not receiving any traffic whatsoever? Because sometimes due to changes in the corporations, in their environments, they end up having some of the resources not used at all. And they're interested in learning which resources are not used. So again, you can go to F5, and you need to have an F5 admin. The thing that we learned from our customers is that F5 is usually accessed only by the F5 admins, and those are not really willing to share the access to the device itself, with other guys. So it's really important.
No, I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, I never heard of that. So it's really important to pool the subset of information required for all other roles, somehow by not bothering those F5 guys, not having to pay them a couple of beers or something. So, yeah. So if we go here, we can see that we are also monitoring the network interfaces, and we are discovering all the network interfaces for the device. And again, if I go with the performance view, so it's like open performance view, I will end up having this graph here, or I need to do it this time. Okay. So I will actually do it. This is live. And see, all the interfaces connected to this specific device are actually shown here, and you can compare. You can see, let's see, how about the bits in for this interface? Yeah, you see, this performance view is actually showing you trend. It's not showing you the information between two measurements. It's like line. This one is easy rising, slowly rising. So it means there is some traffic over here. But if it's a flat line, of course, there's no traffic here. So by using this diagram view, by using this performance view, it's possible to identify which network interfaces are not actually utilized. So this is to help you reach better configuration. There is another way also. You can execute the report across the complete set of devices you have, and you can find least and most used resources. This is used by, of course, by the generic reports that Microsoft is providing itself with the SCOM product. So you have any questions? Oh, you have questions. Okay. Sorry, I speak too fast, so sorry for that.
Are you positioning this more as sort of check-in reporting, or are you also looking at it as an alerting tool where maybe you can set
as an alerting tool?
So you can do things like set thresholds or warnings, or
yes. At the last slide of my presentation, I will summarize some of the benefits, and one of the benefits is to reduce the response time. So that's with the alerts and distribution of the alerts. So you have also a question?
No, that's fine.
You're fine. Okay, thank you. So this concludes the first part of the demo, which was dealing with the configuration optimization. The second part of the demo was really interesting for us to learn that usually it's hard to have a deep visibility into security setup of your data center. You have those modules at F5, you have ASM, you have a ton of modules and things. But for the management and for sometimes for even other people working as an IT team, it's difficult to summarize all the data at one place and to create a report to make sure that everybody is aware of the threats facing this specific data center. So what we did, we created, as long as I know how to use this computer, okay, we created reports helping you gain overview what's really happening with your security setup. So we have two reports. I'm going to show them. The first one is talking about the attacks against your infrastructure. It's a summarization report. You will see most common things, and you will see details about a single attack. Second one is talking about anatomy of the attack. So you can filter it down and see how the specific guy tried to access your environment and what ISM is doing. This is the information coming from F5 ISM module. So if we run those reports, and I will start with this one here. So this is a detailed overview. This is something that you can easily, the important part, and that's, I think, something that I understood from your comments, is to make sure that we are helping with SCOM integrate all the environments, integrate all the people working to make sure that applications are working properly. And of course, you can automatically execute those reports, export the data to CSV or something like that. So you can extract this information and use it in some other tool you have, perhaps some data mining tool or something, whatever you want to use. So we are providing this full set of information here. And we really believe that it is much more user-oriented. It's easier for users which are not F5 admins to understand what's written here. And also it's pinpointing what's really happening here. But the interesting part here is also at the first page, you see this nice summarization, which is kind of for managers. Yeah. So you can see attack types, top 5 attack types against whole of your environment. Of course, you can narrow it down. You can execute it against some subset of virtual servers. But this report here is now executed for all the devices you have in your environment. So you can see top requested URLs, you can see top requesting IP addresses, you can see top requesting countries. And also there's a really nice geographical representations from where your attacks are coming. So a lot of our customers are really loving this page, with this world map and kind of heat map of the countries with the size of the attacks, with the number of the attacks. So this is the first report, mainly for visibility in security threats. The second one we have is actually for user session investigation. How is this one working? It's important to understand the parameters they have. So here you can use this report for actually two kind of usages. The first one is to investigate how someone, specific hacker or specific guy, tried to access and misuse your infrastructure, and this is what I'm showing here. I filter it down for one source IP, and I can see, you see the time here and the attack type. This guy tried first, I don't know, to do something with the protocol, then it tried to do something with the predictable resource location, things like that. So I see the anatomy of this attack, anatomy of this access to the device. But also you can use this report if you have an incident when, due to misconfiguration of the ISM policy, some valid requests are rejected, actually, and your boss is calling down and say, I cannot access this very important thing on the net. You need to pinpoint where the problem is. Of course, most probably you're not going to go over 10 big IPs or sheets of paper to identify exactly where the problem might be. But here you will have information directly where is the problem and what is the problem. You can pass it back to F5 admin to directly start working on resolving the problem, not identifying the problem. So this was the goal of our product. And with this report, I really conclude this demo here. I know that we have a lot of interesting things here to talk more about. Actually, we're going to talk about the super packs and other exciting things. I'm only going to show you the last one slide, just as a summarization. We find that business critical application services are actually new gold for the business. So it's the most important thing you have in your business. And we try to help with the protecting your business, and you can see by fine-tuning your configuration. Of course, you want to use your resources in an optimal way, identifying security threats, optimal use of your IT staff. Yes, you can do it without our product, but it's going to require your F5 admins to sit back by their monitoring screens and do 24 hours monitoring of their solution. This one is
actually work.
Sorry?
It's going to require my F5 admins to actually work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So you see, we have a nice product for you here. Yeah. So, and what we aim to do is also to have a really quick incident response time to help pinpoint where the problem is. I haven't shown that on this demo, but I'm really open. If you have any questions later on, you can contact me. I will provide you with the details. The second, also very important part for our product is to provide better visibility and collaboration. We are utilizing SCOM as a platform and built-in features they have to help circulate information, to make sure that all stakeholders are really aware of the current data center situation they have. And also, by using the built-in functionalities in SCOM, we are helping to provide information for other systems to be able to automate some processes to create, runbooks, things like that.